tó ṣoore fún mi ṣoore fún ẹ tó ṣoore lójoojúmọ́. Bọ́ba kọ́ wọ́n ti kà lẹ́yìn. Adúró bọ̀ìbọ̀ì lẹ́yìn aṣòótọ́. Kò jẹ́ ronú ibi rárá. The merciful God.
The year 2008 will forever remain unforgettable by the Nigerians as they will continue to appreciate God for their community. And of course, certain individuals have been used to help in the development of mankind and its environment. One man that needs a standing ovation is Oba Tijani Adetunji Akinloye, Satiro II, the Ojomo of Nigerian land, Etiosa local government area of Lagos. Oba Akinloye was born at Ikota village in Etiosa local government on the 6th of September 1940 to Prince Lasisi Bolaji Akinloye and Madam Awau Apeke Akinloye.
1945, I was taken to Lagos to live with an uncle, and there I stayed up to 1949 when I was moved to live with a teacher at Araromi Odo in Moloni Street near Balendera Fiaji. From there, I attended St. Matthias Kali School from elementary school from 1950 to 1956. 1957, I went to Hosi College, Warri, and then left Hosi College in 1962. I attended Abeokuta Grammar School for my high school certificate from 63 to 64. And 65, I took up teaching appointment after my HSC. Unfortunately, that was the year my father died, so I had to go and work.
This recipient of the Officer of the Order of the Niger Award is a renowned educationist, having taught at various schools such as Oriwo College, Ikorodu in 1965. Biology and chemistry teacher Zumratu Islamia Grammar School, Yaba in 1979. Principal Community High School, Lado, Morocco in 1983. Executive Secretary, Etiosa Local Government Education Authority in 1991. Before he was installed as the Ojomo of Nigerian land in 1993.
I understand the culture of our people, but there are some aspects that were actually not very open to me when it comes to the cultural activities. Ajiron is actually a cultural settlement where, from the history, when the forefathers who first settled here came in, they were worshipping many deities. In fact, we were told that they came from Ife, and from Ife, where they had 401 deities, they came to Ajiron with 201 deities. And that's why they said, Omo Orisha Makonri Lo Uba. That is 201 Orishas. That was what they are having at Ajiron. But with the developments and well, I won't say civilization, let me say with developments, many of these deities or cultural practices have been abandoned, though we still keep the very known ones that we still give Ajiron what name Ajiron should be.
A graduate of agricultural science from the Obafemi Awolowo University in Ife in 1974.
Yorubas are full of wisdom that if you don't understand them, you throw yourself out. But I understand the Yoruba ways of life. I don't argue when it's not necessary. And I give them their time to say all what they want to say, and then chip in my own aspect of it. And when they find out that, well, okay, that is okay, then we agree.
His love for agriculture spurred him into establishing a livestock business, Akin Satiro Farms Limited.
Well, I would say Kabiyesi is a very intelligent man, a man that is supportive of young and upcoming people, even the old. He's a man that I know since I met him. He has done a lot in my life and in the life of many others around.
Chairman Ojomo Property Developments Limited and several chains of businesses. Ajiron is one of the 3 kingdoms lying along the coastal area of the local government and one of the most sought after in the city of Lagos.
Ajiron was such a fearful environment or settlement in those days that barely do you see people walking or moving in freely because of the way they dreaded Ajiron at that time. So I think it's with the development, Western culture, which we are now imbibing, that is keeping some of these things down.
Ó ṣe dáadáa pọ̀, ó tún lù ṣe. Ó dàgbà tó fún lórúkọ mi, ó tún fún ní owó ẹ̀lú mọ́. Àti pé Ọlọ́run kò fún kó lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí ẹ̀. Bá a ṣe ọdún 15 yìí, àtúnṣogún, àtúnṣọgbọ̀n, àṣẹ 50 pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà àti alíle.
Oba Akinlo is currently the Vice President for Africa of the Organization for Research of World Peace in Africa. He has been able through this organization to improve the economic well-being of his people, particularly the youth and the unemployed. Before then, he has initiated an NGO called the Millennium Village Center, mainly to train young people in various vocational jobs.
If you educate a child, you give him what he needs in life. It's not a question of giving naira and kobo to the child. At least the child should be educated, be it in academics, be it in the trades. Because definitely children are not equal. There are some that will have the ability towards using their hands. There are some that can use their head, that can use. So we have people in the arts, we have people in the science, and the technology. This is why we have a mission now through an organization which we are running, to empower the young ones and also the non-employed, give them different trades, so that if you empower them, then one, you give them what they can rely upon, they can eat, and also give them peace to settle in life.
The center is currently taking a new look with the construction of additional classrooms for other courses. But the opening is just one of the events outlined for the 15th Coronation anniversary. The official opening of the ultra-modern Central Mosque of Ajiron was the first event.
The Jumu Central Mosque, Ajiron, is a 120 million naira ultra-modern worship center for about 1,500 Muslims at the time. It is also equipped with a 1,000 capacity hall for Islamic events, a library, and standard quarters for the chief imam, assistants, and other mosque workers. I would like to add that experts were invited to ascertain that the mosque almost perfectly faces the Qibla, alhamdulillah, but that is a challenging defect of many mosques in this part of the world.
This ceremony featured prayers, recitations, and goodwill messages. Islam and culture was the theme of the lecture.
Now, Yorùbá ní àṣà, bí Lárúbáwá ṣe ní àṣà. Islam wa ó wá gba eléyìí tó dáa nínú àṣà Lárúbáwá. Nítorí Islam dà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àṣẹ, gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ti dáa yóò jáde ńbẹ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá jẹ́ dọ̀tí gẹ́dẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ kò ní ráyè jáde.
And behold, the exquisite mosque which cost millions of naira to build.
Ajiran was actually not an Islamic village, but those of us who are operating and at the ends of affairs are really Islamic. So we should have a befitting central mosque, and I told my cabinet, and through the Balogun of Ajiran, Alhaji Bakari, we had an architectural drawing or model, and we said, well, when it was brought up in 2002, we felt it was too big for us to handle, but we determined. So we have to tax ourselves that we have to build this thing and make it viable for the 15th anniversary. That was 6 years ago.
This event featured Muslim leaders and faithfuls from every area of Lagos.
Well, I want to say that I feel highly honored, and I'm so glad, at least, for being part of this August occasion. And I pray to Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala to bless those people whom Allah has used as instrument to the building of this mosque.
I'm really very impressed that Abba Ojomu masterminded the building of a beautiful central mosque, which is unusual for an Oba, and is laying a good precedence in the hope that other Muslim Obas and other non-Obas will follow his good example.
A special prayer and Jumat service was held the following day in the newly built central mosque. The chief imam of Ajiran land gave a sermon before leading the prayer session. The third day was the Wuye ceremonies, which has to do with honoring some outstanding people with various chieftaincy titles. Certificates were also given to this effect. So nice to be addressed as a chief. After the Wuye, various groups and individuals paid homage to the Ojomu right in the palace. and the drumming and dancing never ends. One of the high points of this 8-day ceremony was the visit to some motherless homes in Lagos. A royal delegate went along with various food items such as bags of rice, drinks, beverages, toiletries and other essential needs for the children.
I have to present this widow's man from Alailuwa about Adetunji, who is celebrating his 15th year coronation anniversary with the motherless baby sport.
Say God bless him and may his coronation be that of a memorable one in Jesus' name.
We are now at the Mexico Orphanage. We are here to present this gift to the home on behalf of Oba Adetunji, Saturday the 7th, the month of Nigerian land, who is celebrating his 15 years coronation anniversary.
On behalf of the nursing home, we thank you and welcome. May our children more and more in years, and may God's peace strengthen his hope and his strength.
Do you see smiles on their faces? Even these babies will forever be grateful for this quintessential monarch. The Oba's love is certainly not just for the motherless, but also for the idle mind. He believes in empowering the youth with various vocational jobs. Welcome to the commissioning of 3 new departments at the Millennium Village Center in Nigeria. This event had in attendance the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Princess Sarah Adebisi-Shoso, Lagos State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Honorable Joke Orilope Adefuyere, and various royal fathers. The Deputy Governor of Lagos admonished everyone to emulate the warm personality of Oba Tijani Akinloye.
And I want to see this occasion for all of us to ensure peace. Use KBAC as a model. If KBAC can be an ambassador for peace, can be a coordinator for peace all over the world, I don't know what we are the people that is serving, why we will not join in this global cause.
A book titled The Quintessential Monarch was written by Dr. Segun Mishori in honor of the king.
You all agree with me that he has even surpassed them in giving them surprise. Because I went through the book, all Kabesi has said, even without any reference or note, it's in the book.
Oba Akinloye talks more about the vocational center.
The standard here we allow is after GS3 you can come in. We have extra tutorial classes from University of Lagos, Faculty of Education, and they said they want to collaborate with us. They'll be sending their teachers here, they'll be sending their students here. We work hand in hand. So this is already an appendage of the University of Lagos. In skill acquisition, there are about, well, we have said it, we are commissioning 3 new departments today. We already had 7 departments before.
The Yoruba culture was displayed at its best in these performances. the additional classrooms were finally opened.
On behalf of His Excellency Mr. Babatunde Fashola, SM of Lagos State, we commissioned these additional centers, the existing ones, in the name of the Father, and to the glory of Almighty God, and to development of our youth and the theater in general.
Now, this is what I mean by an original African culture. It was time for the grand finale, the 15th coronation anniversary of an outstanding monarch. The Ajiro Day is what many waited for. This is evident in the uniform choice of a green Ankara with a touch of blue.
The subject of Adetunji is to know the day our new Kabiyesi Tijani Adetunji was installed at the Ojomu of Ajino land.
Proudly Nigeria, you say? Truly a world-class traditional ceremony which had in attendance various sons and daughters from all over the country. A day like this should not exclude cultural performances. Masquerades, dance groups were all in attendance. The legendary Juju icon, King Sunny Ade, was live on the bandstand as he added glamour to the event with his ever-green lyricals. Some personalities had this to say.
We've been looking for a day like this when Kabiyesi will be celebrating, and we will be celebrating him. You know, he has always been celebrating achievements, building school, commissioning assignments, and things like that. But this is the time to celebrate him. That is why we wrote a book for him. We call it the Quintessential Monarch. So we did that and commissioned that and launched that on Wednesday. So this is the grand finale. We are very happy for him, and we wish him many, many more of this on the throne.
I don't need to blow that trumpet. You can see by yourself that he started the celebration about a week ago. So, and everything is okay. We give thanks to Allah for giving us the day, and if it's in the rainy season that we are doing something like this, God has given the blessing that give us time to do everything.
The host himself was full of joy.
I feel fulfilled, that's what I would say. I'm satisfied. We thank God, alhamdulillah, for giving us, putting us through the program from beginning to the end.
adé apẹ́ lórí bàtà apẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀ á di abẹ́rẹ́ mọ́ lọ́wọ́.
He loves his children. Every children are his. He loves his wives, care for them, and the village, the entire community is enjoying him.
He's a father for all. He's a loving one, loving father, and all good things.
He has impacted so many things into this town. He has changed the whole of this town into something else. And like they call it now, they call this place Ajiro London now.
15 years ago, if you visited Ajiro, in fact, according to the popular saying that Ajiro was regarded as the land of the dead, hardly do you see people coming here. But the Ajiro you are seeing today is totally different. There is rapid infrastructural development. There is, in fact, it has undergone a drastic change within 15 years. It has become a model city where you now have the estates where everybody wants to live.
Words cannot really explain all that could be said about a monarch who has achieved a lot for his people. Friends, families, contemporaries in the royal kingdom across Lagos will surely continue to give thanks to God for the life of an ambassador for peace. So, in case you need a community where your mind can be at peace, why don't you pay a visit to Ajiro land?
Ìmásí